Hi, everyone. Welcome to one of our first episodes of 3 Minute Story Challenge. I am really excited to have my first guest be my dad. Hi, Dad.
Hey, Jay. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, good. So really excited. This week's theme is passion and how you found your passion or your purpose. So I have a feeling of what story he's gonna tell because I've heard it many times and it's great, but I wanted to get him on camera and do it. So are you ready?
I am.
Okay, I have my timer, and 3 Minute Story Challenge starts now.
Well, hi, everybody. My name's Chris Natzke. I'm Jason's dad, and I'm a career martial artist. And so I think the story that Jason had in mind when he invited me on here is how I started my martial art journey. And one of the things I guess I'd like to just start with is I heard a long time ago that there's a difference between being motivated and being inspired. And we're talking about passion today. And the idea of motivation is something that gets you charged up for a very short period of time, but inspiration is something that lights a fire in you that lasts a lifetime. And I think this story illustrates this. So I started my martial art training back in 1973. I was a short little chubby kid, and I was enamored with the TV show that was on at the time called Kung Fu. And so some of your older viewers, Jason, might recognize that. Some of your younger ones, not so much. It was about this Shaolin monk named Kwai Chang Caine who's walking across the American desert, and the bad guys try to beat him up, and he takes care of them using his Kung Fu. And when you're 10 years old, it's like the coolest thing you've ever seen in your life. And I literally begged my mom to let me go to my first class. And she finally relented. And when I saw these people with these amazingly powerful movements, I felt like I came home. And then about 3 years after that, I met a man that would change my life forever. In fact, I'm honored to say he's still my instructor to this day. His name is Grandmaster J.K. Lee. Now, Grandmaster Lee had recently moved from South Korea. He had hardly a dime in his pocket. He could hardly speak English, but he had this burning desire to transform lives through martial arts. And one of the first times I was in his class, I was seated in the corner of the room and my legs were spread wide. I was stretching out, getting ready for the morning's class. And he walked onto the mat like he always did, with this amazing power, this amazing presence. And he starts looking and surveying all the students around on the dojang floor, and pretty soon I realized he's staring directly at me. And before I could move a muscle, he had come over and he sat down in front of me. And he put his right foot on the inside of one leg, his left foot on the inside of the other. He grabbed the ends of my belt, and with one push-pull, he split me out to 180 degrees. And so I learned two big lessons that morning. Number one is anyone, yes, anyone on this planet can do the splits one time. But the second thing is when he looked at me in my eyes and he said to me in his broken English, he said, "I will make you a champion. I will make you a champion." And I remember clearly how excited I was from that. And I literally glided home to tell my parents what he had said. But when I started reflecting on that story over the years, I realized he wasn't talking about just being a champion in the ring. He was talking about being a champion in life. And that instance in my life was the time where I really found inspiration and passion for martial arts. And it was really because it was probably one of the first times in my life that there was a man who I really loved and respected that claimed greatness for me. He saw greatness for me and he claimed it. And I just had this overwhelming sense of if he thinks I can do it, that I can be a champion, then I can. And it's really been, it was a quintessential time in my life that carried me forward, gave me passion for the work I did, and not only to do the work, but then also to share that and give others the same feeling of finding that passion inside themselves. So that's my story of passion.
3 minutes and 28 seconds.
All right, well, I'm a little bit over.
You're over, but you're fine. You get a pass because you brought me into this world, right?
Hey, that's right.
Because I don't know if you could tell, but my dad's a motivational speaker. So thank you for that. That was great. I love hearing all those stories too of Grandmaster Lee. It's really a gift. And it's great because martial arts had a big impact on my life, and everyone that you have impacted in your life. So many people. How many people do you think have gotten a black belt? Their black belt through you?
Well over 1,000. Well over 1,000.
That's
tens of thousands of students probably too. So
wow, and you can still do the full splits.
I can.
Because and you're only 38,
Oh,
39.
sure.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. And you're
yeah,
only 15.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
One of the reasons, Jason, I was so excited to do this, and we've been talking about this project for a while, is this is your passion. And there's nothing that makes a father feel better, I believe, than seeing their children follow their passion and make an impact with it. So that's why I'm just so proud of you and so happy to be part of this.
Oh, thank you. I didn't think that I would almost cry in our first 3 minute story challenge. So thank you for that. It's time for our shameless plug. So at the end of every 3 minute story challenge interview that I do, it's opportunity for the people that told their story to do a little shameless plug, whether they can, for our audience to follow more of their stories, or if it's just any story that you thought that you loved and saw or heard this week. So what's your shameless plug, Dad? I think I
Well,
know.
my shameless plug, thanks so much for asking, is I have a weekly video as well as a written blog that goes out every Tuesday and Wednesday, and it's called the Mind of the Champion Tip of the Week. And so these are stories from my life experience, not only in martial arts, but business and personal experiences. And those go out every week. And so if anybody's interested being part of my mailing list, they can just go to my website, chrisnatzke.com. That's CHRIS. N is in Navy, A-T, Z is in zebra, Ke.com. And when they look at the website, there'll be a place to get a free report, which is called the top 10 big ideas to become a black belt leader. And if they sign up there, that'll let me know that they're interested. They'll get a free gift in those top 10, and then I'll include you into my mailing list, and you can be part of my Mind of the Champion Tips of the Week each week.
That's awesome. I will shameless plug your shameless plug and say that it's, of course, I'm on your mailing list and all that stuff's great. The content you do is really, really awesome. So,
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
all right. Well, thank you. And I love you very much.
I love you too, buddy.
Yes.
All right. See ya.